Ever since we reviewed the ViewSonic TD1655 portable monitor, I found myself not being able to live without a portable monitor anymore because those things are just way too useful and a lot more convenient because I can just bring a monitor to wherever I go and then hook it up with a single cable, and then I got an extra screen to use. And I can even hook it up to my camera here so that I can watch what I'm actually doing right in front of the camera. And that is very useful for framing, and especially more useful if I'm gonna shoot myself in my room right here, which I've been doing for quite often these days because of all the pandemic stuff and whatnot. So I went out and searched for a portable monitor which I think will be suitable for my use case, and I found this portable monitor here. This is the ZSC Mall P15BT. And here in this video, I will share with you my experience on how I ended up with this portable monitor and whether or not I recommend it for you to buy and if I am happy with this purchase or not. Spoiler alert, I'm not. So portable monitors might sound like a very simple idea. It's just a monitor that you can bring around, connect to whatever you want, and it should work, right? Turns out it's not, because you got a lot of different varieties of portable monitors ranging from, let's just say, only Type-C port, with or without battery, with or without touchscreen, and even with or without HDMI port. So those are just a few things that you need to take note of when searching for a portable monitor. So for my specific use case, I would want something that has a USB Type-C port because just one single Type-C cable can handle everything, including charging the portable monitor and also outputting display and all of those stuff. And then it also needs to have a HDMI port for backwards compatibility and also for compatibility with my camera because, like I mentioned earlier, I need to watch myself recording video for framing purposes. And also touchscreen is a bonus feature for me. I don't really care that much. Battery is something that is nice to have, but don't really think it's necessary, but I surely hope there is a battery inside a portable monitor. And as for my budget, I will go for as low as possible because that's just how I roll. And then it is time to search for what the market has for portable monitors. So previously we reviewed the ROG XG17AHP, and that monitor has a battery, 120Hz refresh rate, and a tripod. But it's also rather bulky for a portable monitor, and it is also 17.3 inches in size, which I think is a bit too big for a portable monitor. And then as for the ViewSonic TD1655, it has excellent build quality, fantastic kickstand with a great protective flip cover alongside with a full flat glass that covers the entire displays and its bezel, plus it is a touchscreen as well. But my biggest complaint about the TD1655 is not having a battery, else it would be a perfect portable monitor, and it is also pretty expensive. So with all of those in mind, I ventured deep into the rabbit hole to search for portable monitors, and one particular brand that stood out to me is ZSC Mall, because their portable monitors have this little hole at the bottom right side edge of the whole portable monitor, which really reminds me of the ASUS ZenScreen series of portable monitors as well. So intrigued by this fact, I went into Google and searched for ZSC Mall, and then I found something called Zhongshen Chuang. I am very sure I butchered that name. ZSC Mall stands for Zhongshen Chuang. Is it? Yeah. Zhongshen Chuang Mall. It is also in Alibaba, so you can find all of their monitors that they have to offer right there. And their monitors also have that distinctive hole at the bottom right side of the portable monitor, to which I highly suspect that ZSC Mall is indeed the OEM manufacturer for the ASUS ZenScreen series of portable monitors. And on the ZSC Mall Alibaba page, I also found this kind of naming scheme that they have here, which really helped me clear up my confusion on what kind of portable monitors they have. So with the codename P15BT that I found in the listing, that means it's a 15.6 inch portable monitor. The B stands for battery, means it has a battery, and T stands for, of course, touchscreen. So with that in mind, I keyed in P15BT into Lazada and Shopee and found, well, nothing, at least at the time when I'm actually doing my research, which is kind of funny. So I went back to ZSC Mall's official Lazada store page, and then I found a lot of other listings for portable monitors. And it is also very confusing because none of the specs listed for that particular portable monitor actually matches with the product name. It's kind of difficult to explain. It's just a lot of mismatched information. So eventually I found the listing that corresponds exactly to the P15BT. 15.6 inch in size, has a battery, has a touchscreen, and its price is only at 699 ringgit, which is surprisingly low in price. So I bit the bullet, I waited for a week, and then a week later it arrived at my doorstep. And it came in this very nondescript box. It just says portable monitor here, and I got very excited, straight away unboxed it, and I was immediately disappointed. Now the unboxing experience was already kind of weird, even though it doesn't really matter to me, but it's just weird because this portable monitor is only held in by two pieces of foam suspended mid-air, and all of the other accessories were just chucked in there. As for the monitor itself, it looked fine actually. They have this kind of fabric cover here. It's kind of like denim. This is a very nice kind of texture, and it is also a hard flip case as well. And then you got this kind of nubbins here so that the monitor wouldn't slip off and fall on its own, so that you can actually kind of angle it to three different distinct angles, and that's it. Still better than nothing. And this flip case is held on with screws which are directly screwed onto the portable monitor itself. But if you don't want to use this flip case, unfortunately you don't have any choices. Even though its website says they seem to have a VESA mount, but there is none. As for the ports of this monitor though, it's a bit funky. So we have a mini HDMI port, and then one USB Type-C port for display only, and then another USB Type-C port which is for charging only. And then there are two indicator LEDs, one for power status and then another one for charging. And then one more port is a micro USB, which I suppose it's for charging, but I'm not too sure why it's there because you have a USB Type-C. And then I immediately took out the USB Type-C cable, plugged into the XPS 15, and nothing happened. Turned out I need to press this menu button here to make the display turn on so that it can actually show what's going on my laptop. This is kind of like a red flag number one for me, because usually this kind of monitors will just immediately pick up what kind of input source that you plug it in, but not for this monitor. And after the monitor turned on, I immediately realized red flag number two, because the display looks absolutely horrendous. Not too sure what's going on here, but the colors are just way too washed off. But one thing is for sure though, they are using IPS LCD panel here, because the angles that you can look at it from is quite extreme. Oh, by the way, please ignore this number here because it's just the part number for, I guess, the screen protector, but I'm not gonna take off this screen protector until I get a replacement. So the next logical thing to do after seeing its horrendous color is to go into the OSD menu and try to tune it to maybe having better colors, and well, it did yield some better results in terms of what I can see. But the OSD menu is kind of, I would say, right out messy, because ZSC Mall as an OEM manufacturer, they just develop a single firmware that they can slap into every single product, so that they don't have to develop a specific firmware just for that particular product. And that is seen in this little menu here, where you can select up to 4K 60Hz, even though this is a 1080p 60Hz panel. So after tuning the colors, I thought everything was fine. I got back to work and then took a break, came back a few hours later, and then plugged into this monitor again. To my surprise though, the colors look horrendous again. Then I hit back into the OSD menu to see what's going on. The numbers were saved, but the settings was actually not set. So the numbers were just for cosmetics. And that immediately raises red flag number 3, because this means that this portable monitor is just unusable. It didn't even save my settings, which is just frustrating if you want to do this in the long run. And then out of my curiosity, since this display always defaulted back into its horrendous colors, I took out the colorimeter and tested its colors, and wow, it is really horrible. Okay, I think these 3 red flags is enough to justify my dislike about this portable monitor here, and I would highly recommend you not to buy this portable monitor or any portable monitors from OEM manufacturers directly, because you end up with qualities like this. Now, I also mentioned that ZSC Mall is most probably the manufacturer for the ASUS ZenScreen portable monitors. And if that is true, then here's what my thought is. You know, ASUS needs to control the quality of the product and also go through a very strict list of requirements, and also have the ASUS stamp of approval before actually selling the product. Those kind of research and development on top of an existing product template, quote unquote, requires more work and also a lot of fine-tuning that goes into a single particular product. Those kind of things cost money, and that is why the ASUS ZenScreen is much more expensive than this, even though they look more or less alike, or at least have a lot of resemblance. I mean, the ASUS stamp of approval is the main highlight here. Without that, you end up with something like this, which is, well, even though if you're gonna sell me this at 500 ringgit, I'm still not gonna buy it with this kind of quality. So now, what am I gonna do with the ZSC Mall P15BT that I have here? I hope they can still accept my return though. So now I'm back to square one. I'm still looking for a portable monitor, and if you guys know any brands that are making great portable monitors, leave them down in the comment section below, because I will definitely have a look at them. And if any brands that are making portable monitors is watching this video, you know how to contact me, because I'll definitely take a look at what you have in stores. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all for this little adventure. Yeah, I would call it an adventure. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video.